live? Are we live? We are live. We are live. Yay! We're live. What's going on, everybody? It's me, Maperuski, back here with the beer advent calendar beer of today, day 5, December 5th, 20 days until Christmas. Less than 20 days because it's like 9:30, so that's pretty cool. Kind of scary. I haven't done any Christmas shopping. I don't think many people would have done Christmas shopping. Maybe they have. I don't really know. Not entirely sure. But hey, today, day 5, December 5th, we have another beer, another short can. They're all going to be short cans. There's no tall cans in the bunch, which is a bummer. But hey, that's just fine. We have from Shades Brewing. We have a Pina Colada American style sour ale. Ale brewed with coconut, pineapple, and lactose, and it's part of their Kvike series. So they're using a Kvike yeast in here, which is pretty damn cool. Alcohol on here, we got 6.5% alcohols by volume, no listed IBUs on the very basic yet pretty cool looking green can. It looks a little yellow on your end, but or at least what I'm seeing, but definitely shades of green. Shades Brewing. Funny. Ha ha ha. IBUs according to their website, we have none. And over on Untapped, we have no IBUs either. So without further ado, let's crack this bad boy open. Let's see what we got. Beer 101 pint glass, because that's the glass we got. You guys know it. I know it. Let's do it. Ooh. Get a little bit of head on there. Come on now. Cool. Look at that beer. Beautiful yellow oranges, extremely hazy. Nice bit of just off-white head on top. That is pretty damn cool. Pretty excited about this one. Let's give it a smell. On the nose, definitely seems to be, thus far, a much more sour-forward beer rather than fruity. We are getting notes of coconut, pineapple. It does smell like a pina colada, yeah. Yet sour. Pina coladas, they're fairly sweet drinks. I don't think there's any sourness in them, actually, but this has that typical sour beer, sour kick. You know, it smells like almost similar to, what do you call them? Oh, what do you call those kids? Sour Patch Kids. Excuse me. Just dive in. Yeah, okay. Not as sour as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I think that lactose definitely helps cut that sourness out a lot, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it tastes like a pina colada. Smooth, creamy, lower effervescence on this guy right here. Good flavors coming through. We're going to dive into those after the first sip. And the sourness on here is, it's sour, but it's not overtaking any of the flavors and doesn't linger fairly long. So far, so good. But with that said, guys, cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Yeah, starts out with a solid initial sour flavor to it, and then that sourness sort of dies down a little bit and brings in the pina colada notes. So your coconuts. Coconut is a very heavy note on here, with mixtures of like pineapple and maybe some other citrus notes in the background. Citrus being more like an orange. Per se. And then after just lingers with that lactose sweetness. Now, I'm not a big fan of heavily, like a heavy use of lactose. I don't mind a little bit in beers, but some of them it just seems like you're just drinking like sweet cream. In a sense, this has that aspect to it a little bit. Which I'm not a big fan of, especially at the moment. Excuse me. because I had a big thing of chili for dinner, and then I decided to eat all the pie that I had packed with me from from home. Jeez, excuse me. Burps, coughs, tickles, choking, all this shit's happening right now. Can't get away from it on the live stream. So I'm already fairly stuffed, and then this beer is a bit heavy with the lactose in it. And just sits heavier than the mouthfeel actually entails. So that is something to note. But overall, a pretty solid looking beer. Over on the can, like I said, kind of a boring can. I don't really like this color green, especially for Pina Colada. It doesn't really make sense to me, but hey, that's just fine. Part of their Kvike series, Shades Brewing Pina Colada American Style Sour Ale. Excuse me. Ale brewed with coconut, pineapple, and lactose. And they are from Salt Lake City. I think that's what, Utah? Salt Lake City? Yeah, Utah. Cool. Is there a description? Product of the U.S. Produced and bottled by. Ingredients: we have water, hops, yeast, coconut, pineapple, and lactose. Government warnings: don't drink and drive. Don't drink when you're pregnant. No other information or description. Nothing like that. What's going on? Beers for breakfast, facts for snacks. Hope you're doing well. Taking a look at Shades Brewing Pina Colada, American style, made with Kvike from Shades Brewing, Salt Lake City. Pretty cool stuff. Just going over the can. No description on here, but thankfully the website, which is shadesbrewing.beer, go to the beer section, it does have a description, and it reads: Pina Colada is a variation of our famed Kvike 1 Golden Sour. It is light in body and tartness and full of pineapple and coconut flavors. This remarkable beer earned a gold medal at the North American Brewers Association International Beer Awards. That's a fucking long title, okay. In 2019. It is unfiltered, pours cloudy, and absolutely delicious at 6.2% ABV. My can is at 6.5, so they bumped up the alcohol a little bit, probably for the craft beer advent calendar. I can definitely be happy about that. Now, if you love Pina Colada, you're really going to enjoy this beer 100%. If you like sour beers, you're probably going to enjoy this too. If you like the really on the I guess scale of sour extremeness, if you like really extreme sours, it's not going to be that. It's definitely on the lighter end, a little bit more tart sour, and then the sweetness with the lactose. So you have that to look out for. For me, it's right in that less extreme sourness note, which I really do enjoy. But I'm not a big fan of the lactose, or at least the intensity of the lactose. It's a little too sweet and just makes it feel like I'm drinking sweet cream or sweet milk or something. Personally not down for that, but it looks great. It tastes pretty damn good. Solid stuff. Over on Untapped, Kvike Pina Colada from Shades Brewing has been given a 4.13 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 770 ratings. They're also showing it at 6.3% ABV, so it's right in between what the brewery says and what my can says. So, I guess it might change from time to time. I don't know, but pretty cool stuff. Yeah, as a beer, we'll get into Rays in a little bit. But oh my god, I've been feeling like crap for the past few hours. We're working on an assignment, trying to do it, and I think it's all the anxiety of like this week kind of just hitting me today, or in the evening here. And it's just like, whoa, I've been feeling like poop. It's feeling like a little, little lightheady, little, little anxious, a little scared. Not scared, but just like irritable per se. I was just like, holy shit, what the hell is wrong with me? And I was like, it's probably all the work. It's just, in the back of my mind, which is fun, which is great. So I'm just like, you know what? It's a perfect time to have a beer. So if I sound a little off, it's probably it. It's just me fucking around with my head. Plus, yesterday, I had a few drinks. So, being a little maybe a touch of hangover doesn't really bode well with anxiety. I don't fucking know, man. But then, hey, you can't be hungover when you're still drunk. So we're enjoying this. Ooh, that's a damn good beer. I don't know. I have sips where I really like it, and then I have sips where I don't really like it as much. And it's not lactose. That's the thing I don't like about it. I guess it's just a little too sweet for me. And now I'm bloated. I am heavily bloated, and it hurts a little. So it happens when you eat a lot of food, and then drink a beer a little quicker than you want to. Yeah, not too bad of a beer. You know what? Pina Colada is right. I've had a couple other Pina Colada sort of style-esque beers or whatever. So this one's definitely the sweetest out of the ones that I remember. They all kind of have very similar flavors. If I really think, I don't remember which ones they were, but I remember having at least one or two other Pina Colada style beers. Thomas Metal 75 sounds way too sweet for me. I mean, it could be, man. It could be. It's just that, I don't know. The sweetness lingers. And it's sweeter than like a regular pina colada because it's awkwardly sweet. Awkwardly sweetness that lingers. That's it. It's not like an enjoyable sweetness per se. It's like when you're having a party and you want to go to bed because you're hosting, but you always have like those couple friends that just stay way too long. Sometimes like that. If I want a tropical drink, I'll just order one. Exactly. All the beers in this advent calendar from the States. No, but most of them are. I think in the next few days there's one from Scotland. There's some from Belgium. I think Italy, some other places in Europe. I think maybe one from Australia or New Zealand. I don't remember if there's any Canadian ones in this year, but they go around the world. But definitely most of them are from the States. It just happens that for the past 5 days, it's all been from the States. And yeah, sorry, Thomas, back to your other comment. Yeah, like wanting a tropical drink, just order one. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's kind of cool to, yeah, if you want something sweet, order a tropical drink. I mean, sometimes it's kind of cool when breweries make tropical drinks based beers kind of thing, just to see. But I kind of call them just novelty beers. It's like, we can do it, so we'll do it. Doesn't mean it's gonna be great, or doesn't mean it should be a thing like long term, but it's kind of cool to see what some people do. I know Side Launch from Collingwood here. They've done a couple cocktail-based beers or like inspired by cocktails. They did the Margarita Goza, which was pretty fucking good, and then the Mule Lager off of Moscow Mule. Excuse me, that one tasted pretty good too. So it's kind of neat what they can do. One weird style for me is sour IPA. Yeah, that's weird. I like sours and I like IPAs, but a weird matchup of both combined. That it is. Or that they are. I think Nickelbrook Brewing in Burlington, their Zap sour IPA. I think the original Zap. I think that's the only sour IPA I've liked. I had one from Soda City Brewing Company a few months back. I forget what it was, what it was called. I think it's still available. That one tasted like crap. Like, it tasted like, what did I say? It tasted like, fuck. I shot a review for it, and then something happened to the review, and I couldn't post it. Oh, because I didn't record it. Epic Brewing has a sour IPA too. Epic Brewing, where is that? Am I uneducated? Epic Brewing. They're from, oh, Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, oh, so you're from the area, I'm guessing. That's kind of cool. What do they have? I'm on the website right now. Am I at least 21? Yes. Here for the beer, let's see what they got. New releases. Those are rare stuff. Rotating 16-ounce tall boys. Peanut butter stout. I'm going to say big no to anything with peanut butter. Sour, tart and juicy sour IPA. Right? I'm from Massachusetts, but they get this. Man, you lucky bastard. I swear that's one thing about Canada is that province to province, like, or if Quebec wants to sell beer here in Ontario, there's like fucking tons of shit to go through to actually get it done. So I envy the states to have that, you know, interstate, I guess, availability of craft beer and probably other styles of liquors as well and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Canada up here, we're lucky if we get something from another province. I think the only province we get stuff from is Phillips Brewing, somewhere out in BC, and then any other brewery that was maybe started in, say, like Alberta or something. They actually have a brewery in Ontario. I don't have LCBOs. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bitch having government-run stuff. I mean, it's good in the sense that there's usually, like, if you're looking for more like liqueurs or, you know, spirits, they're going to have a vast array of constant stock. But if you're looking for, you know, specialty stuff, you can't get it. Like, craft beer is going to be few and far between. We do not have the volume compared to other places where they're privately owned. Yeah, we do have legal weed. I mean, that's fine. That works. It's actually worked out pretty damn well. The prices have definitely dropped from when it initially became legal. Like, when it became legal, it was hovering around maybe $11, $12 a gram, where like street value was like $10 a gram. But then now you can pick up like a ounce of weed for like $4.50 a gram when you break it down. So it's cheap as fuck. That is good weed. Like, you could get some, you know, just like mid shit, or you can get some really high end shit. But it all works out. It all gets you high, and you don't have to worry about like fucking weird dealers and shit and awkward pickups. Because I'm guessing everybody's had those in the past. But this beer's ooh, and a little bit of that yeast at the bottom there. I guess cheers on the final sip. I'm gonna rate this shit. That was a super sweet finish. Whoa, don't break now. Interesting beer. Shades Brewing. Not chunky, just thicker of an ending with the yeast on the bottom there. So yeah, not chunky, hunky monkey. But yeah, fairly decent sour IPA. They hit Pina Colada flavor, the flavor of Pina Colada quite nicely on the head. So good stuff on that. A little too sweet for my take, but I can definitely see people enjoying it. 7.2 out of 10 for me. Yeah, that's what I'm giving it. The can design itself, quite boring and a really shitty shade of green, in my opinion. Thick and that would be, or like dripped out like a little slower than the rest of the beer, might turn some people off. But yeah, can design, boring, really shitty shade of green. Decent information, ABV, ingredients, There is a canned on date. Oh, and a best before date. So this was canned on born on 8/2/2020, August 2020, and this is fresh as by December. So 4 months. Like, it's a good time that I drank it now. Cool. Or else it would have gone bad, I guess, or more room for shit going wrong. But hey, that's all right. Let's see if there's another beer. What time is it? Yeah, I could have another beer. Just go rinse my glass. And get another beer. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna drinking a gin and tonic. I have no beers at home. Gotta get me some, man. Gotta make sure you're always stocked. No, but I have the same problem where I'll be like, shit, I'm out of beer. I gotta go get some. But I don't buy more beer than I want to drink at the time, or else I will, not pace myself. So if I have a night where I know I have to do stuff the next day, I may only buy a couple beers, but I'm not going to just stock my fridge. That gets too dangerous. Yes, Octopus wants to fight. Pouring it up right now. Do the pour. That could be fun. Beautiful. Yeah, this is from Great Lakes Brewing Company, the Canadian Great Lakes Brewing Company. I know there's one in the U.S. with the same exact name. This is their Octopus Wants to Fight IPA. It was a limited release maybe a year or two ago, and then they just said, hey, we're going to make it full time because it's great. 6.2% alcohols by volume, 88 IBUs. This thing will smack you around. Yeah, like I said, there is a Great Lakes brewery down in the States as well. And both the Great Lakes of Canada and the Great Lakes of the States were just like, we will not sell in each other's country, and we'll accept that, and there won't be any like lawsuits for like taking of names or whatnot. But I'm pretty sure the Canadian one was established a year before the American one. Lake effects out. Good to know. Thank you. Thomas, do Canadians really say A, or is that more of a big stereotype? No, I do say A. Yeah, maybe not as much as it's portrayed, but we do say A in different times. Show that, yeah, fucking A. Maybe we don't realize how much we actually say it, but we do say it for sure. Just depends on, I guess, what the topic is. I can't really think of like a sentence and how it's used. It just happens. The one thing that bugs me, or the one thing that I never understood was a boot. A boot. No one says a boot. Nobody says a boot. And I learned something with the word about between Americans and Canadians when I was on a cruise many years ago. Because Americans say about, they say ow. We say about, we say out. So while Americans are saying ow, we're saying out. So we're out, they're ow when they say about. So that's pretty fucking cool if I do say so myself, that little linguistics thing. Yeah, we say it's that's fairly close. How about them fucking Canadians, eh? Yeah. Fuck, I don't even know when we say it. That can be used in that fashion, yeah. What's going on, eh? Something like that. Yeah, it's just it doesn't. We don't realize the word a. We're not focused around that word. It's just like it's like you type LOL at the end of a sentence when you're texting somebody. You're not fucking laughing out loud. It's just like LOL. It's just a. What's going on, eh? Like, yeah. Some people say it more than others, but it's not like it's not like a disease. It's like the like of no. for not. It's like of like not for nothing. What? It's like of like not for nothing. Maybe I can't read English sometimes. That one's not making sense to me, man. It's like of like not for nothing. I do not understand that. Do not understand. Ooh. Oh, it's kind of like, yeah. Not kind of like not for nothing. Kinda, I guess. I never understood not for nothing. I'm fucking bad with like linguistics and meanings of different sayings. You just say them, and they work sometimes. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, that's like me thinking, all Americans have guns. Not all of them do. A good amount do. Ah, fuck English. Let's drink. But I kind of like the English language and how people use it from place to place to place. That's a nice skill to have, is figuring out where somebody is or where somebody's from through the words of through the words that they use or how they pronounce them. Like my ex-girlfriend's grandmother, she would always say "warshed" instead of "washed." She'd say "warshed," and I never fucking know why, because it's not like you're like how to speak, but "warshed" always confused the fuck out of me. I'm just like, that's such a weird and interesting way of speaking for just that one word, and I have no idea why. Yeah, New England, our politics are bluer than our balls. True. Yeah. Yeah, Canada's weird in the gun community sort of thing. It's very hidden. The most recent thing that happened with our gun community is that the AR platform of rifles and some other platforms went from prohibited to went from restricted to prohibited. So like we can't have them anymore. If somebody still has one, they just can't bring it out. They can keep it, but they can't bring it out to any shooting range or anything like that. Exactly. I don't want to get overly political on here, but you know what? Sometimes you got it. It's like you got to talk about it sometimes. Yeah, he can be a little, trigger happy. That's a good pun or not, on some issues. And there was like a threat of like another election earlier on during this pandemic, and did not want another election. We just had one in 2019 where we're just like, let's not do an election during a pandemic because I don't want to fucking change it and have that, whole transition period of like bringing in a whole new government, trying to figure it all out, and it was stupid, but it didn't happen, so that's good. Kind of pleased with that. I think it's a bad time to do elections during big like events like a pandemic. I was talking to my dad, and I'm just like, it's like trying to change the engine in your car when you're going down the highway at 120 kilometers an hour. I think that's like 75 miles an hour. There's no fucking way that's happening. If we all have to wear our masks for the rest of our lives, how do we drink a beer? There is a way to do that, and it's with a straw. It's the only way to do it, which sucks because I've drank beer through a straw once, and it was weird as shit. But when you have the mask on and you get the straw, you just like put it right under, and here you go. You just never leave. The straw never leaves your mouth. Always gotta think smart. But I don't think we'll be wearing masks for a crazy amount of time. I think by the time everybody gets vaccinated and COVID is like becomes a very small, it has a really small impact on the world, and the mask will go. They'll be tucked away, all that fun stuff. The pandemic, COVID Kolsch. I can definitely. I haven't seen any pandemic-related beer names yet. I would think if you follow worst beer blogs on Instagram, they usually post up some breweries that make questionable decisions on branding from time to time. I haven't seen any pandemic-related goofs per se. But yeah, this pandemic is. I think we're starting to get into the end stages of it with vaccines being, what do you call it? Vaccines being like approved. Now it's just all of distribution and all that fun stuff. I think the biggest part that's going to be the problem is just logistics and incompetent world leaders and whatnot, and trying to figure out who gets it, when they get it, how they're going to get it. I think that's going to be a little bit of a bitch. But I think what are people saying? At least for here in Canada, I think they're saying by, next September, most of the population should be inoculated or should have access to a vaccine. So that's really nice. I know we're getting a big bunch in the by the end of March. So we'll get like the old folks, the frontline workers, some other at-risk groups inoculated, and then go from there. But I guess that's a good thing where us as a country, we have quite a small population versus how big we are. But man, I cannot imagine how you're doing, Thomas, down in the States. Like when me and my family are chit chatting or whatever, when we see our numbers, we're getting a little anxious, and then we just look south of the border and we're just like, oh my Lord, how is that possible? But it's not hard. It's not hard to get through this pandemic. Like, it's simple. You don't go out where you don't need to go out. No one needs to go to the mall. The fuck do you need at the mall? Overpriced clothes? Go fuck yourself. No. You go to the liquor store. You go to the grocery store. You don't need to go out to eat dinner at a restaurant, because fuck that. That's just more money spent. Make a good steak at home. Do your cooking. Hey, man, it's fucking easy. Yeah, go fuck yourself, eh? What's going on, Carlos? Doing well, man. I just finished the Shades Brewing Beer 5 of December 5th. It was a Pina Colada Sour from Shades Brewing down in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was all right. It's good Pina Colada, but a little too sweet because it has a fuck ton of lactose in here. Simple cook at exactly right, Stoneyard. Cook at home. Hone those skills. Make sure you can make the best meals possible. Thomas, yeah, pretty much. You can do that. There's a lot of fucks in there. I don't know if you're actually mad at me or just fucking around, but hey, that's cool. I love me the movie Strange Brew with Bob and Doug McKenzie. Strange Brew, is that? That's not the one. Is that on Netflix? I thought that was a show. I know there was a show on Netflix around the around brewing or something like that. Okay, good. Yeah. No, see, that's the thing with the written stuff. You have no tone. That's why I've gotten into trouble sometimes with significant others in the past, because they can't. There's no tone. You can't read tone. But yeah, cook at home, stay inside. You want to see friends? Meet outside. You know what? Go to a park. Meet up there. It's simple. Don't be fucking around with the pandemic, because like fuck, we all want it to be over. You're not helping yourself if you're being an idiot. Like Phil DeFranco says, don't be stupid. Simple stuff. This beer's going pretty quick too. Damn. Everyone needs to say, everyone else in the pandemic, screw people's sensitivity. If you don't like the situation, stay home. Exactly. Carlos, the Cerez Extra Strong Stout, can't find it. Definitely not here either at our LCBOs or beer stores. Haven't found it online anywhere there. And those are the only two places other than grocery stores they have the same stock. excuse me, that we can actually get alcohol from in general, all types of alcohol. So our our ability as a province is to get vast variety of alcohol is extremely hard. There are, I don't know all the specifics, but just because of how little variety we have in a sense of international beers, it's there must be a lot of hoops, jumps, and ladders that people need to go through to actually get stuff in. So I do have it, always in the back of my mind of make sure I get the Cerise Extra Stout. If I see it, I'll get it. But I can't promise you, man. I may have to go and actually find that, like actually leave the country. Cerise Extra Stout. Am I typing it in right? C-E-R-E-S. Whoa, C-E-R-E-S. Extra strong. Is this it here? Cerise Stout. Where are they from? Royal Unibrew. That's Royal Unibrew, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Denmark. Those are the guys that make facts. See, that's weird because we get facts, like facts 10% and amber and whatnot. We get facts. What the fuck? That's cool. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Guess I gotta go to Denmark. Doing a we're doing a travel vlog. Post-pandemic. Going all the way to Europe. That would be fucking cool. Well, I was actually supposed to for in my program or whatever. We have a like a, what do you call it? Like a group called I think Be World Ready or something like that. And it's where the brewery students, I think once a semester, give the opportunity to take a trip to a part of the world with the class, or excuse me, in the program, and go see their beer scene. So before the pandemic, our destination was going to be South Korea. But then when that got a little too, I guess, uneasy because like of North Korea and some other shit, it got switched to Munich, Germany. And Munich, Germany? What? Where were we going? I'm pretty sure it was there. Yeah. Yeah, we're supposed to go to Germany and check out their whole beer scene for a whole week. It was supposed to be the I think the final week of this October. So I signed up, a bunch of other people signed up. We were ready to go, had money paid, and then that's when the pandemic hit, and then the trip got canceled. So it sucks because we were supposed to go to Germany and check out a bunch of like brewing methods, breweries, drink a fuck ton of beer. And it got canceled because the world got sick. And I highly doubt, because even if we missed out on that, and say we graduated, we would still have 6 months post-graduation to still be available to go on a future trip. If I graduate in middle of April, 6 months down the road, I doubt there's going to be a lot of international travel still, so can't do that. Thomas, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for the questions, just shooting the shit with me. Really do appreciate it. I'll hopefully I see you in the next few days. Cheers, man. Or here, not this. Cheers. So, yeah, maybe, I doubt it. So, I guess I'll just have to foot my own bill and get a bunch of friends together and go travel the world and check out beers from different places. Oh well. Laura Kleparuski, I just joined on much context. From what I heard, sounds like you defended all the measures in place. Well, I hope you don't defend the monetary fines with them. I'm sure for everyone to start a fight. David, no fights going on. No fights going on here. We're all good. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, the monetary fines with them. Man, the fines and whatnot. I don't even. It's whatever. However they can do it. I'm not gonna really get into that because I don't fucking know how it's all done. Like, I don't get it. It's just like, don't be stupid. You know what the fine should be. You just get you get a little note written in your book, or you get a sticker on your forehead saying, "I'm a little dumb." Little dumb. There you go. Very simple. If it's actually stupid, that's just me. But yeah, you know what? You don't act stupid. Nothing's gonna happen to you. It's simple. It's so simple. If I walk outside in minus 30-degree weather in a t-shirt and shorts, and I die because I'm cold, I have nobody to blame but myself. Very simple. Very simple. That's how you gotta think things through. But you know what? It's about 45. It's almost 45 minutes, and I'm almost done this beer. I think after I'm done this, I'm gonna take off. And just try to plan out tomorrow and figure out what I gotta focus on for school. I didn't finish the assignment I wanted to, because I got back to Niagara a little later than initially planned. But hey, that's all right. Not too much more going on there, and then it's just plowing through the last little bits. It's gonna be a bitch of a week. Excuse me, but it should be a fun week at the same time. It's weird. I like doing a lot of work when I need to, even though in the moment I hate it because it makes me feel smart and makes me feel like an adult for some reason. Doing like written work and shit, it's weird. And it's around stuff that I'm enjoying. So even though some of it can be a little tedious, it's still great to learn because I think this week I have to actually make a whole brewery from like start to finish, which seems like such a daunting task, and I have no idea really where to start. But I'll have to do it eventually if I want to open up a brewery, right? So might as well, make a fictional one now. I have some parameters to work with, but it's scary. It is so scary, but it should be a really fun little time. I get to do little drawings and diagrams, a lot of math. Don't you just love math? But yeah, no, I think this is where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna finish this beer right here, clean up. I haven't had Octopus Wants to Fight in a while. Anybody who's just, popping in, Octopus Wants to Fight from Great Lakes. Great stuff. It's a little sweeter than I remember. 88 IBUs does not come across as 88 IBUs. I was going to ask what's next after school, but you answered. Well, yeah, one day is definitely own and operate a brewery, but I think right after school is definitely going to just be working in the industry. In some sort of capacity, whether it's actually like being a brewer or on the production side of things, the seller side of things. Excuse me. But I kind of want to hit many aspects of the industry to actually get a general knowledge of how it all works and how the day-to-day is. Excuse me, very bloated. Before I go out on my own kind of thing and tackle the big scary world of being a business owner in a highly competitive market here in the greater Toronto area, the GTA. Holy shit, there's like 200 and some breweries in Ontario alone, and most of them are in this GTA greater Toronto area of like Toronto, York region, Hamilton region, Mississauga, Scarborough. It's crazy. It's pretty intimidating. But everybody's loving beer, and everybody just wants more beer. So I guess it's a great thing. I always like to see who the new kid on the block is. With that said, you just got to do it right to actually stick around, because some breweries, that they might pop up and then they might fall off. But who knows? One good thing though that I think I've talked about it before, or at least mentioned it, was when we started back at school in September. A couple of our professors, they were like, during this whole pandemic, they said there were no breweries that went out of business during the pandemic because everybody's drinking. So it's a shit hits the fan, protected industry, because everybody loves alcohol. And when shit's going bad, what do? They drink more. Canadians drank more and bought more alcohol during this pandemic in a very long time. The sales shot through the roof for alcohol in general. So it's great. When I hear stuff like that in a pandemic, breweries and alcohol sales in generals thrive, that makes me feel good. But yeah, I'm just about done this beer. I've now done this beer. That porn and gaming only goes up. Exactly. And weed sales too. Yeah. Vices, stuff that you do alone. Yeah, it's you're good to go. Yeah, beer's done. Beer for the night is done. I'm gonna go relax and just figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. Great conversation. Always, these live streams are getting better and better every time I do them. I know yesterday's wasn't that great; it was short, but I had shit to do. But hopefully, going forward, I can still come back and do these longer style live streams. I think Fridays are going to be the shorter ones though, because I usually have one friend over, excuse me, to drink with. But yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Carlos, Lurk, Stoneyard, Thomas, Beer for Breakfast, Backs for Snacks. Thanks for coming along. And with that said, that's gonna do it for me, mate Bruce. Like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers. Take care, guys.